Good morning, students. Today we are going to enter the world of English second year, spring. In that, first lesson is Romeo and Juliet. You know, the literary world of languages is fascinating. In English, Shakespeare is the very famous dramatist, writer, and also the literary world of English literature. This is just the extraction of the drama Romeo and Juliet, which is very popular. If you compare the legendary classical love stories of different languages, in English, especially in Shakespearean work, the love and adventure, it goes to any extreme. And moreover, most of his works have tragic ends. We can compare it with our classical works like Nala Damayanti or Dushyanta Shakuntala, which have very good, pleasant, happy ending. Now, let us see what happens here. The two noble families of Verona, Capulets and Montagues, were staunch enemies. Normally, Verona is in Italy, a very beautiful city of Italy. Normally, as the two families are rich and powerful, there will be enmity, but they are staunch enemies. Staunch enemies, very strong. Strong means to stop the flow of blood. Romeo and Juliet belong to rival families, these enemy families. Capulet family and Montague family. Old Lord Capulet hosted a grand supper. But he did not invite Montagues. Why? He never liked them to participate in that supper in which his family members, his well-wishers enjoy. Though Romeo belonged to the family of Montagues, he attended the supper in disguise to see Rosalind. This Romeo, he had a lover, Rosalind, a very beautiful lady as he considered. But his friend, Benvolio, he told to leave her as she never liked Romeo. But Romeo was not the person to listen it. When this supper was arranged and Romeo noticed that Rosalind is going to attend the supper, he thought of entering that function hall in disguise to see Rosalind. There he sees Juliet on the dance floor. On the dance floor, Rosalind was dancing. Other than that, so many other dancers were there, where Juliet was the center of attraction. He is fascinated by her beauty, was very much interested and very much attracted by her beauty. After the dance, he learns that she is the daughter of Lord Capulet. Why Lord Capulet? It should be underlined, right? Because she belongs to the enemy family. She too feels a prodigious birth of love, prodigious, too much costly, admirable, surprisingly admirable birth of love for a man from the enemy family. The following verses express their implicit feeling for one another. Implicit means hidden, without directly being expressed. They don't want to express it openly. They tell the soliloquy is used to say. That means talking to themselves. Let's see what they say. Oh, she did teach the torches to burn bright. This is the soliloquy of Romeo. Oh, she did teach the torches to burn bright. Death is the old English word used instead of does. It seems she hangs upon the cheek. She doth teach the torches to burn bright. As a supper, it was arranged at night. The whole hall was lit with torches, brightly burning torches. But Romeo feels that her brightness, Juliet's brightness, is surpassing the brightness of the lights there, and she teaches the lights to burn bright. It seems she hangs upon the cheek of night. He continues, it seems she hangs upon the cheek of night as a rich jewel in an Ethiop's ear. Ethiop means a black person, an Ethiopian. Cheek of night, so no structural difference, because here the night itself is personified and the darkness is considered as the cheek of night, as if rich jewel in an Ethiop's ear. Normally, this may be diamond or gold, it's shining. It looks more on a black background. So he uses here this comparison, a rich jewel in an Ethiop's ear. Beauty too rich for use. That means her beauty is too rich for use, means it's divine. For earth too dear, it's too costly for earth. Nobody on earth can love her. Such is the beauty, extraordinary beauty. So shows a snowy doe trooping with crows. It appears as a snowy doe. Doe itself is white. There's also snowy doe, white with that delicacy. Snowy doe trooping with crows. Trooping means surrounded with, grouping. What does it mean? It means even Rosaline appears as a crow for him. As yonder lady over her fellows shows, yonder means over there. As yonder lady over her fellows shows, she appears as a snowy doe grouping with crows. The measures done as the dance ended, because the dance is going on. After the dance ended, I'll watch her place of stand. Place of stand means where she is, what she is, who she is. Collect the information about her and touching hers. Touching hers means here we can consider touching hers place of stand means reaching this information, or make blessed my rude hand. By touching her hand, make blessed my rude hand. Why here the rude hand? Because normally male wish to be identified as rough and tough. She's a perfect woman, and he uses the word rude hand, as I am rough and tough, a perfect man, I am a perfect match for Juliet. That is his intention. Did my heart love till now? Here, a small question, a small confusion enters into his heart. Why? Because already he was in love with Rosaline. Did my heart love till now? Forswear it, sight. I couldn't believe, he says. Why he couldn't believe? Because he never wanted to continue the love with Rosaline. He wanted to continue his love. He fell in love with Juliet. Forswear its sight. He considers that the relationship with Rosaline, or the attraction with Rosaline, is just an infatuation. It's not at all love. He says that, gives the reason that, for I never saw true beauty till this night. Till this moment, I never saw an extraordinary beauty like Juliet. So, this is the true love, never Juliet's. This is what Romeo feels as soon as he sees Juliet. But he can't express his love immediately. Why? Because she belongs to the rival family, and moreover, he couldn't identify what she feels about him immediately. But he wanted to continue the relationship with Juliet, forgetting everything about Rosalind. But actually, as a background, Juliet was already fixed to a person named Paris, a prince. But Juliet also feels the same feeling of love for this enemy family member, Romeo. This is in Act 1, Scene 5, because this is the introductory part, whereas the previous scenes they have explained about the feeling of Romeo with Rosalind and his friend's suggestion to forget her as he don't want to continue the relationship. But Romeo was not the one to listen him. So when they reach Scene 5, Romeo meets Juliet, where he thought that she's the perfect match for him. They are made for each other. But the road to reach her is very tough. Why? Because they belong to a rival family, and moreover, if her father knew that Romeo loves Juliet, he may kill both. First of all, he may kill Romeo, and then even Juliet also. He never wanted that. So, in disguise, he came there and he wanted to continue this relationship. So, he wanted to collect the information about Juliet. Next, after few acts, they secretly marry, and then night, Romeo thought of meeting her secretly in a particular place. There, the expression or the feeling of Juliet. That means soliloquy of Juliet. Soliloquy means talking to themselves. Here, she urges the night to come. Come night, come Romeo. Because she knew that Romeo can't come during daytime. Because she knew the situation of their meeting, love, marriage, everything, where they belong to the rival families. So she urges the night to come. Come night, come Romeo, come, though day in night, though, THOW. Though means you. This is also Old English usage, where we use you at present in the present English. You are the day in night. You are the day in night. That means I urge the night to come at the earliest so that I can meet you. For you will lie upon the wings of night. Wilt means droop. Droop means just drooping with extremes because of extreme sunlight of lack of water. Here sunlight and lack of water, which enhances the growth of plants or something. Here which enhances the growth of her love is Romeo himself. So, for thou wilt lie upon the wings of night, come just like flying in the wings of night. Metaphor here, whiter than new snow on a raven's back. Raven is a large crow family bird. Black, completely black bird. So you are whiter than the new snow on a raven's back. Come, gentle night. She invites the night to come. Come, gentle night. Come, loving, back-doored night. Under the cover of night. Under the cover of night. That's why it is black-doored night. Give me my Romeo. Only night can give her Romeo. Nobody else's. Because during daytime, Romeo can't come there. He's scared of the family rivalry. So give me my Romeo. There she says, and when I shall die, take him and cut him out in little stars. After her death also, she wants to immortalize her love with him. And when I shall die, take him and cut him out into little stars, and he will make the face of heaven so fine. Here, after her death, she wants him to be cut into little stars and throw into the sky and make him little stars to make the heaven, face of heaven means sky, so beautiful. And take him and cut him out in little stars, and he will make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will be in love with night. When the sky is so beautiful, people will love nights. They never want the garish sun. Garish means brightly colored in an unpleasant way. So all the world will be in love with night and pay no worship to the garish sun. Normally, the whole world, it likes the sun to be on sky. Why? Because during daytime, all activities, human activities, not only human activities, activities of all the creatures will be quicker and faster. That's why people like the daytime more than nighttime. Night means rest, normally. But Juliet says that the cut pieces of Romeo, which is converted into stars and make the face of heaven, that means sky, so beautiful that people may forget to worship this garish sun and fell love with this night. They will be watching the sky, the beauty of the sky, where the love of Romeo and Juliet is immortalized. Right. Here, the severity of love of Juliet is much more stronger than the feelings of Romeo in these two verses. Why? Because Romeo expresses his feeling in the initial stage, whereas after meeting Romeo, after that their marriage, Juliet expresses her feeling. So the intense feeling of love is more in the soliloquy of Juliet than Romeo. The phrase, teach the torches to burn bright, what does it mean? It means Juliet's glow is brighter than the light of torch, or her beauty is capable of enabling the torches to burn bright. Her beauty surpasses the brightness of light. All the three you can say, but her beauty is capable of enabling the torches to burn bright. That means her beauty is so bright that because of her beauty, the torches increases their brightness. For earth too dear, this phrase suggests that the lady's beauty is divine. For too dear, dear means of course expensive. Here expensive because it's rare. It's rare. Nobody in the world will be so beautiful as Juliet. That's why, as it is so rare, it's expensive. So here we have to, as it is divine. If we wish also, it's not available so easily. That's why it is divine. Could not be reached by earth. The measures done connotes the completion of the dance program, dance organized by Lord Capulet. The line, did my heart love till now, suggests his love with Rosaline is just in infatuation, and Romeo feels he has fallen in love. This is the real love, as he never saw such a beauty till that moment. So that's why, did my heart love till now means negatively, no. My heart never loved till now, as I never saw such a marvelous, such a fantastic beauty till this moment. As she's extraordinary beauty, I love her. And this is my first love. My love with Rosaline is just infatuation. The phrase new snow Love as pure as snow, description of Romeo's charm. Normally, we won't use beauty for men. We use charm. Beauty for girls. It's little bit delicate word. That's why. Description of Romeo's charm. New snow on raven's black. It explains the beauty of charm of Romeo. What do you think the phrase face of heaven signifies? Face of heaven signifies us, it means sky, but it signifies us the love is immortal. Their love is immortal. More than there, we can say her love is immortal, because even after death, she never wanted to depart from Romeo. At least, he should be cut into pieces and be the face of heaven, where she'll be inside the heaven. Here, so many words, they highlight the intensity of love between Romeo and Juliet. The imaginary words, night, day, black, white in the poem. Night signifies the intense feeling of love which he can convey with, or which he can share with Romeo, because she can meet him only at night. Black and white. White is the brightness of Juliet, and moreover the snow is the delicacy of her beauty. That's why Romeo uses there. And even white, new snow on raven's black, new snow white and raven's black, to explain the charm of Romeo. This word black and white is used to explain the charm or beauty of each other. While explaining the intensity of love, they highlight indirectly, they explain the softness, the gentleness of this lady, Romeo explains, and moreover the extraordinary beauty, whereas he uses the word, she is like a dove surrounded by crows. All other dancers on the dancing floor appears to be as crows for him, including his Rosaline. Yes. Shakespeare. When we talk about Shakespeare, he is a legendary writer of English. But on examination view, you need not learn much more about Shakespeare. On examination view, you have to learn the summary of the first stanza and the summary of the second stanza. On the basis of that, 4 marks question will arrive, and read the poem again and again, where you can answer the 1 mark questions. Especially these torches to burn bright, beauty surpasses the brightness of light. Such phrases are important, which will bring you marks. The comparison of these, maybe the dove, maybe white snow, new snow, maybe raven, whatever it may be, all these are important on the examination view. The imaginary things which are used here, the metaphors, the personification, all are very important and highlight the intensity of each other's feelings. Between Romeo and Juliet, whose love do you think is more passionate and intense? Obviously, it's of Juliet's. Why? The reason, as I told, the reason is she expresses her feeling later after her marriage, when she was waiting for Romeo at night. But Romeo's feeling was not so intense, because that's the first time he sees Juliet on the dance floor. To deepen that love, it had to go some days or some time. Between Romeo and Juliet, this comparison we had to write, and moreover, we had to write the reason for Juliet's love to be more passionate and intense. In this, 1 mark question, 2 1 mark question will be there, 1 4 marks question will be there. 4 marks question means either the feelings of Romeo towards Juliet, or the soliloquy of Juliet about Romeo. That two summaries, that two stanza, if you learn, you can answer the 4 marks question, even for the final examination also. No other question. 1 mark question 1 and 4 marks question 1. Other than that, nothing is more important here. About Shakespeare, they never ask. Normally, these Romeo and Juliet of Shakespeare is introduced for you just to have a peep into the literary world of English, which is so fascinating. And moreover, if you have a touch of this literature, English literature, it enriches not only our knowledge, it also enriches our knowledge about the good old days where the Shakespeare wrote the drama or sonnets, etc. Even in sonnets also, Shakespeare just exaggerated the intense feeling of love or adventure. That's what highlighted in all his works. He's rightly called as the Kalidasa of England. But in Kalidasa's works, such a depth of love is not exaggerated. The depth of love is understood, not openly told. The difference between them. And in normally all Indian love stories, the depth of love is understood. It is felt for the reader. It's not expressed in words. But in English literature, especially in Shakespeare's works, whatever they felt, they express it openly, and the intensity of their feelings is highlighted. We can say that it's like an ocean, and our Indian literature is just like the ever-flowing Ganga, which is steady, cool, and calm. And moreover, Shakespeare is influenced by the work of Kalidasa also, maybe, because in Kalidasa's Meghaduta also, they explain city in Kashi, Ujjaini, exactly like that. Shakespeare explains Verona city, where the honey-colored buildings, and even he also uses the same similes. So likewise, when extraordinary writers, extraordinary works touch, makes you to touch the literary world of English. If you confuse, just read the poem again and again. Read the poem again and again. You can understand that. And the explanation, listen it well. And even the question answers also I discussed here, not more than that. And in the next class, I'll give you the summary. I'll explain the summary of the poem, where you can read it again and again, and you can use it in your own words. You need not use it in my words, you can use it in your own words. Next, we are going to a lesson, 2 dear. Thank you so much.